Imagine this. A massive cruise liner cuts through the waves. Thousands of passengers dance, laugh, and enjoy the night as the ocean stretches endlessly round them. The music drowns the sound of the sea until suddenly everything goes quiet. The lights flicker. The ship tilts. Glasses crash to the floor. Someone screams as a colossal shadow slides just beneath the water line, longer than the entire ship itself. Then a thunderous crack. Metal tears like paper. The ship lurches, and as panic erupts, a fin, taller than a house, slices through the waves. This isn't a storm. It isn't a submarine. It isn't even something you've heard of before. This is the return of Earth's ultimate apex predator. What if I told you this wasn't fiction? What if the Megalodon, the most terrifying shark that ever lived, never stopped evolving? What if, instead of vanishing millions of years ago, it adapted, survived, and became something even more unstoppable than before? Stay with me, because what you're about to hear will change the way you look at the ocean forever. Before we dive into this terrifying journey, smash that like button, subscribe for more mind-bending what-if explorations, and share this with a friend who dares to imagine the unthinkable. Now, let's plunge into the abyss. The Megalodon, a creature of nightmares, but once a very real animal, up to 60 feet long, weighing over 60 tons, with teeth the size of kitchen knives. A bite force so strong it could crush the skull of a whale in seconds. For nearly 20 million years, it ruled the oceans as the undisputed apex predator. Its playground wasn't small, either. Fossils of Megalodon teeth have been found across every ocean on Earth from North America to Europe, from Asia to the southernmost seas. Wherever it swam, it dominated. But around 3.6 million years ago, it vanished. The theories? Climate change, competition from other predators like orcas, the loss of its favorite prey giant whales. But what if extinction never happened? What if the Megalodon adapted instead? Evolution doesn't stop. It shapes survivors. So what would a 21st century Megalodon look like? If it survived the climate crash of the Ice Age, it would not have done so by staying the same. It would have been forced deeper into the cold dark where temperatures are stable, where other giants still thrive. Its skin could have darkened to pitch black, absorbing light so completely that it became invisible even at shallow depths. Its hunting style would evolve from brute force into stealth and patience. Imagine a predator the length of a blue whale, gliding silently in the abyss, unseen until it was too late. But stealth would not be enough. To dominate, it would need speed. Modern sharks like the mako already move at terrifying bursts of 40 miles per hour. Now, imagine a creature 10 times larger, with a tail so wide and muscular that it could propel its bulk faster than a submarine. At that speed, no ship could outrun it. No whale could escape it. Its jaw would evolve to withstand even greater pressure. A living guillotine of bone and serrated steel, capable of biting through metal hulls. And then there are the senses. Sharks can already detect a heartbeat from miles away. With millions of years of evolution, the Megalodon's perception could be fine-tuned to a terrifying degree. It could feel the faint electrical pulse of a dolphin calf, or the thrumming engine of a ship, long before it appeared in sight. To the evolved Megalodon, the ocean would be a canvas of signals, every living thing broadcasting its position. And against such a hunter, there would be no hiding. Now think of behavior. Great whites ambush, striking from below. Orcas coordinate hunts, using teamwork and strategy. The evolved Megalodon might combine both. It could learn to work in loose packs, surrounding prey, cutting off escape, driving whales toward the surface where one devastating strike could end it. Imagine storms rolling over the sea, lightning flashing, waves crashing, and beneath the chaos, a shadow rising. Not one shadow, several. And as the storm drowns out the sound, the hunters strike. Humanity would never see it coming. What would our world look like if such predators still ruled the seas? Cargo ships would become prey. Oil tankers, cruise liners targets for a creature that could swallow lifeboats whole. 90% of global trade moves across the ocean. Just 1 or 2 megalodon attacks could cripple economies, paralyze nations, and collapse industries. Insurance companies would refuse to cover maritime travel. Prices of goods would skyrocket as sea routes closed. Naval fleets would be forced to patrol trade routes not against pirates, but against the ocean's ultimate hunter. Beaches would be abandoned. Tourism would vanish. Fishing industries would collapse overnight. Humanity's relationship with the sea would transform from control back into fear, and fear spreads quickly, even without constant attacks. The possibility of the megalodon's existence would be enough to change everything. One video, one recording, one shadow caught on sonar would spark panic across the world. The seas would no longer feel like a blue playground. They would become a forbidden kingdom ruled not by us but by something older, stronger, and infinitely more dangerous. And here's the real nightmare. Humanity would try to fight back. We'd build sonar fences, deploy AI-driven drones, and flood the seas with traps. We might even send nuclear submarines to hunt it. But what if the megalodon learned to adapt to our defenses? A predator that evolves over millions of years doesn't just fight, it masters survival. Against such a creature, humanity might not be the hunters anymore. We would be the prey. And what about the ecosystems? If the megalodon returned, it wouldn't just hunt us. It would devastate whale populations, deplete fish stocks, and ripple through the food chain in ways we can't even imagine. Orcas, sharks, dolphins, none of them would be safe. The balance of the ocean would collapse, and with it, the balance of the planet. Because the ocean isn't just water, it's the beating heart of Earth's climate, the cradle of oxygen, the keeper of life itself. And if the ocean falls to the megalodon, humanity falls with it. But maybe, just maybe, this isn't fantasy. For centuries, sailors have told stories of monsters in the deep, shadows larger than whales, ships swallowed whole. Cultures across the globe whisper about leviathans, creatures too massive to be natural. Were these just myths or memories? Even today, submarines capture unexplainable sounds in the deep. Scientists name them the bloop, Julia, upsweep. These noises are louder than the calls of blue whales, too powerful to be explained by known animals. What if those are echoes of something ancient, something alive? And here's the most chilling part. We've explored less than 5% of the ocean. Entire mountain ranges, trenches deeper than Everest is tall, remain unseen. Creatures once thought extinct, like the coelacanth, have reappeared after disappearing for 60 million years. The giant squid was once a legend dismissed as sailors' stories, until cameras caught its writhing body alive in the deep. If that can happen, why not this? Why not the megalodon? What if it never died? What if it's down there right now, in silence, watching, waiting, evolving? So let me ask you, the next time you stand by the ocean, staring into the horizon, would you dare step into the waves if you knew that somewhere out there, the megalodon still roamed? Because if evolution never stopped shaping it, then the king of the ocean didn't die. It only became stronger, faster, smarter, more terrifying than anything humanity has ever faced. And if that's true, then the ocean doesn't belong to us. It belongs to the hunter, to the leviathan, to the megalodon. If this journey into the unknown sent chills down your spine, smash that like button, subscribe for more legendary what if scenarios, and share this with someone who loves the ocean or fears it. Tell me in the comments, if the megalodon returned tomorrow, would you stay on land forever? Or would you still risk the open sea? Until next time, stay curious, stay brave, and remember this one thing: never trust the calm sea.